gonna lie to you. I was like, shit, that's a lot of folks. Yeah. I feel poor now.
No, come on, man. Come on.
Lenore, what you got, good brother? Welcome back.
Good morning. We, as a country, we've decided that if you're making $50,000, you're considered middle class. But with inflation, that's changed a little bit. If you're working in the big cities, you would be considered middle class. Once you take out payroll deductions, union fees, and you're expected to live your living expenses, your house or apartment, 30% of your earnings, it's not a lot of money over. But meanwhile, in the middle of America, a family making $50,000 can support a family of 5. Now let's bring it up on the $1 million salary range. If you're a K Street lobbyist and you're making $1 million, unless you're a corporation, you're going to have federal taxes taken off if you have a high salary. There are people who make $800,000 in salary all day, but they have to have payroll taxes taken out. They don't have that exemption if you are an employee. So once you take that out, and the government's taking, I don't know what it is for, you don't have a lot left over. So the average person who's working a day job knows that $1 million isn't $1 million because you're going to have to pay taxes on that. And that's what kind of has educated people. Yes, on the hip hop side, you got the millionaires, the flashy people have gotten the hip hop community thinking that $1 million isn't nothing. But the average person, it's $1 million, still $1 million, but it's not when you know what you need to pay the government to become.
Lenora, next time you come to LA, show my wife and I how we can raise this family on 50,000. That's crazy. I've never heard that.
No, we're spending.
Man, listen, we spending on our new home. We just got at least at minimum $6,500 to the bank per month. That's before we get with the groceries. That's before we pay for our cars. I've never heard of that one. I've been out of Detroit too long. I've been out of Detroit too long. No, that's a minimum lifestyle. That's literally a minimum. That's before we get to like the fancy shit we do.
Lifestyle.
Third, that is a minimum lifestyle. I gotta tell you. I'm telling you. That's before we get to the fancy shit.
What I'm saying is, if you lived in Little Rock, Arkansas, trust me, you can stretch that shit.
50 grand? Yeah. Damn. I spent that on my video shoot for my company. 50 grand? I'm going on mute.
Get your vacation home in Little Rock.
50,000. I've never heard that one.
People in Little Rock and Middle America, Wyoming, all those other places that they call flyover country, these people get by on almost nothing. Literally, they get by almost nothing. $50 goes $50,000.
I heard a girl say that in an interview. The girl was like, there was a they do those street interviews. One guy was doing a street interview. He was like, how much money do you need to be comfortable? And she was like, like $40,000 a year. I have a husband and 2 kids. Like, yeah, we're fine on $40,000 a year.
40,000.
Because she said she lived, but she said she lived somewhere like in the middle. She said she lived somewhere like Ohio or Kansas, and she's like, yeah, and I mean, and that's the bulk, that's the majority of the country. I mean, the economic engine of America is the Midwest. Between the Rocky Mountains and the Mississippi River, those are people. That's true. Those are people that are doing all the jobs, the farmers, the factory workers, and that money. I mean, they want is a 2-3 bedroom house. They have their kids in Little League baseball practice, be able to go to the game every now and then, take a vacation. That is the American dream that is sold to a lot of people. We get bougie once you get closer to the coast. Now, all we coastal people, all the New York, Florida, Miami, Houston, Atlanta, when I even say Atlanta, LA, that's Seattle. That's when you get bougie. Like, that's all the money and all the expensive real estate is on the coast. So that's where your lifestyle increases.
For sure. Who else we got, Gary?
Mel, welcome to the stage. Tell us where you're calling from. What would you like to add to the conversation?
Good morning, guys. I'm calling from Jersey. I'm right outside New York. I had 3 quick points that I wanted to share. So I think that one of the reasons that $1 million is marketed the way it is almost to the benefit of those who are